Hello there. I'm Scotty. Hold on. And you're not. Uh, and we are winding down Sequel-A-Thon with Teen Wolf 2. I watched this on Tubi actually, because I wanted to watch it during work and stuff. But Teen Wolf 2. So the story here, I bought this double feature pack at like Shopko years ago. And I watched them both back to back, and I think because of that, I really didn't care for Teen Wolf 2. Like I liked the first one so much. I had seen the first one a million times, but on TV beforehand. But so I watched the second one, and I was disappointed at it. There's a lot of things to be disappointed at with this film. It just doesn't work. Although I don't hate it as much as I used to, I just don't like it. But, and as you do, you watch a movie and then some years later you find out information. Apparently, they wanted Michael J. Fox to come back, but he said no. And so they cast another sitcom actor, Jason Bateman, who was in the Hogan Family sitcom back in the 80s. So Jason Bateman was cast in the role of Todd Howard, the cousin of Scott Howard. Problem is, at least the first half of this script, it seems very much that they intended Scott Howard to reprise his role, and they changed just a few. Michael J. Fox reprised his role, and they changed just a few things. They have James Hampton back to play the role of Scott's dad, now Todd's uncle, Uncle Harold. This man's name is Harold Howard. Harold Howard. What kind of name is that? That's a weird freaking name. But he comes back, and he's taken his nephew to college for some reason. There's no real reason for him to be there. And they talk about how Todd's parents did not have the wolf trait, so he probably won't have it either. His part of the family don't have it, so there's that. But that was probably added in after Michael J. Fox said no. His roommate is Styles, and it seems like they rewrote it so that Styles set everything up. Which, if it was Scott Howard, Styles would already be his roommate. Styles and Chubby are in the movie, although Styles, there's so much like character-wise from the first film that it feels like it was supposed to be Scott Howard and not Todd. You got Styles, Chubbs, and even the coach, Bobby Finstock, is back. Although Mark Holden is the only one who reprises his role besides James Hampton from the first film, playing Chubbs. Finstock has been recast, and the actor just tries to play off that I don't care kind of attitude that Finstock had in the first one, but it just, I don't know, comes off as obnoxious here. And Styles is not Styles. They couldn't get Jerry Levine back, so you get some other guy. Say on the back, Stuart Fratkin, who is in other stuff, I guess, but he's not Styles. No offense to the actor, but he doesn't look like Styles. He has a mullet, dark-haired mullet, where Styles had light brown hair, combed back, with the sunglasses and the leather jacket. This guy was the antithesis of Styles from the first film. Mullet, very skinny, very different. Once you get the basic setup, which is, I think, was, stuff that really had to do with Scott, it just becomes, let's do the first one again, but goofier. And that's all it is. You have a teenager who is a wolf at a school. He's in a sport, even though this character is not in a sport. This character Todd Howard, he's not a sports guy. He's not a jock. He's an intellectual type. And they kind of forced him into it. They gave him an athletic scholarship because Finstock saw he was Scott Howard's cousin and thought he has the wolf gene. Let's bring him in there. There's an authoritative figure who is after him. This time it's John Aston playing the dean of students here. And then, of course, you got Styles and Chubbs. And there is a female character that he has feelings for. And then there is a object of his affection who is going out with another guy that he wants to get with also. Although in this one, it's very out of nowhere, really, because he already has this romance with the character, with this love interest character. I forget her name. Before he, starts to go after her, sort of, and it becomes the wolf. And I feel like something's, like, they have a line of dialogue that, but I feel like in the original script, he wolfed out in the boxing ring. Because in this, he wolfed, his first wolf out, I should say. Because he wolfs out in here, and Styles' reaction is like he just won the lottery. Except, he already saw him turn into the wolf one scene prior at the luncheon thing. So why is he so excited here? You already, I don't get it. And they mention the lunch. They're like, that's the dog from the lunch thing. And it's like, okay, that they add that dialogue in and they wanted to do the goofy lunch thing where he's turning because he's getting turned on. I don't know. In the time frame for the transformation, Scott turned because he was in high school and he was going through puberty and stuff. Todd's already in college. He should have had the puberty thing already. So, I don't know. Then after winning the boxing match, we go into a full dance number of "Do You Love Me?" And it starts with Styles says, "You know the wolf can sing," and he's obviously lip syncing. He drops the microphone after the first verse. I don't know, and yeah, it becomes the same thing in the first one. He's marketing the wolf. Styles is marketing the wolf just like the first one, and it's like, why would he do this again? He knows what happened in the first one. Styles would not do this, and then basically you get some montages, and eventually both Styles and Chubbs have enough of his cockiness, as well as the love interest lady, love interest girl. And yeah, it's just like the first one, only I don't think Styles turns on him in the first one. It's Lewis is the only friend, really. Chubbs gets mad at him in the first one, but it's basically rehashing the first one. And he realizes that he's been a dick. The girls, he has like two girls by his side, one of them being the girlfriend of the guy, Gus, in this one. And unlike the first one where it was very much explained that she would go with her boyfriend no matter what, here she just goes back with him without any explanation after following Todd around most of the movie. I don't know if it made any sense. The big confrontation between the two doesn't come at a dance, but in a boxing fight. And it's when he decides he's not going to be a boxer. There's also a subplot which he has a teacher played by Kim Darby who is helping him, and it's revealed that she's a werewolf towards the end of the film because John Aston's character wants to use him to push the school into notoriety, and like he said, Todd has said no, but he's like, he's gonna do what I tell him to do, and then she wolfs out on him, and it's like, speaking of copying things, in the first film, the memorable scene of Scott trying to get beer, a keg of beer. I would like a keg of beer. They do it here, but it's just to get his classes changed because Styles changed his classes. So I don't know. It's really weird. And it ends the same. He gets the girl, he gets the respect, he wins in the end. Without the music, by the way, the music in this is not as good as the first soundtrack. Not as good as the first one. The basketball match at the end of the first film had the song "Win to the End." Win in the end. This one has some generic music playing in the background, and it's basically Todd gets his ass kicked until he sees the love interest. Forget her name. I had it for a second. I lost it again. Nikki sees Nikki mouth "I love you," and then he boom gets up and he wins in the end. And then we go to credits. There's no person with their dick out or woman with underwear sticking out. I don't know. But I just go to credits and they have "Do You Love Me" playing again. It's fine. It's not something I'm gonna reach for. If I'm gonna watch Teen Wolf, I'm gonna watch the first one. So yeah, nothing to really, you know. So I'm gonna have to say it's not worth your time. It's just it's nothing. Meh. Unless you like a werewolf dancing note, "Do You Love Me?" But to me, nah. So next, we are going to do a sequel to one of my favorite Van Damme movies. Let's hope this one is at least decent. Yeah, so what are your thoughts on Teen Wolf 2? Comment below. Make sure to like, share, and subscribe. Thanks for watching. I've been Scotty, and I'll see you in the next one.